Mutalisk, and now we have lots of SCVs going after his own gold. ThorZaIN realizes that gold is the way to win, throwing down all of his mules. He's got tons of Marines, tons of siege tanks, tons of missile turrets, taking control of the center of the map. And I think he's going to use this as a siege position. And look at that. Look at the confidence shown by ThorZaIN. He is not even throwing down a planetary fortress. He is happy with an orbital command right here. That means more mules. That means more scans to kill creep tumors. That means more supply drops if he needs them. Pathogen glands coming down for DongRaeGu. He wants to get those infestors out there. He wants to lock down those Marines. And it looks like ThorZaIN is just going to play his game. He is confident in his ability, but we have a little bit of attack over here. Flanking banelings coming in from the side, trying to go in, kill these SCVs, but the siege tanks and the Marines are in a great position to spot them. And now we have Zerg drones going after these minerals. Not quite as effective as the mules, but look at this, coming from both sides. Ton of baneling, not exploding. SCVs able to thread the needle, able to get away from a ton of those banelings, but more banelings blowing up on the SCVs. All the SCVs in the red, getting killed by the mules, and that was a huge pickup, losing 20 workers to DongRaeGu. That is enormous for our red Zerg player. That is enormous for our professional Korean S-class player. He needs those SCVs killed. He needs to put ThorZaIN back. He needs to get him producing SCVs and not Marines and not siege tags. He needs him running out of minerals. He needs him relying on mules. And it looks like DongRaeGu is once again taking control of the map. ThorZaIN sure has this strong position here. He's got a lot of Marines tucked into a little choke, but it doesn't matter. DongRaeGu can just run around. He's going after this empty bunker. He's running into the base, going after the siege tank, getting a great surround on the siege tank, forcing the lift on the supply divas. But no, the supply divas are lowered down to allow Marines to reinforce. And it looks like these Zerglings are going to sneak in, get a big surround on all of these Marines. And now there are Zerglings in ThorZaIN's base. They are looking around. They are doing some damage, and they are finally going to get cleaned up. But that was no good for ThorZaIN. That's going to be making him feel uncomfortable. SCVs are transferring down. Looks like they're going to be transferring over to this gold base, which is about the only base that ThorZaIN can rely on. This Thor going down, lots of Marines going down. Siege tanks are left naked and exposed, and it looks like DongRaeGu is in a great position to win this game. He's just getting his hatchery down once again at his third, but ThorZaIN is mined out at his main. He is almost mined out at his natural. He is mining at the gold, but before too long that is going to get mined out too. A gold base can only support so much, and these SCVs are now all transferred down here. He needs to keep that mineral income up, and now there are just a ton of Mutalisks on the field, taking over the center of the map. Once again, there are just not enough Marines in the right spots to deal with all of these Mutalisks. He has a Mutal Wing that is 17 strong. He's constantly reinforcing 3 more Mutalisks on the way, and this has just been amazing, amazing Mutal control for this entire series. DongRaeGu with his APM through the roof, controlling his Mutalisks like a champ, like a boss. Unbelievable, showing why he is so dominant in Terran versus Zerg play. And look at this, killing more Marines, all these Marines in the yellow, in the red, sniping down siege tanks, sniping down medevacs as they come, and ThorZaIN realizes that his gold position is going to fall before too long. If this pressure keeps up, he's not going to be able to hold it, throwing his mules at a 4th base, trying to get an influx of minerals, trying to get an influx of gas. And now we have more Zerglings running in, and these destructible rocks are almost destroyed. Once those rocks go down, it's going to be big trouble for ThorZaIN, but hold the phone. We have Marines rushing into that bunker, holding off those Zerglings with the help of the siege tank and the reinforcing Marines, forcing this Mutal Wing to fall back. But there's another expansion, a secret expansion going down for DongRaeGu. While in the meantime, this gold base, having been mining for quite a while, finally gets destroyed by ThorZaIN's Marines. We have Mutalisks and Marines coming down trying to save it. I don't know if it's going to be able to. We got all the Marines attacking the base, but no. The Marines are forced to fall back while trying to take the center. Missile turrets on the high ground here. Siege tank goes down to the Zergling. More siege tanks shelling away at those Zerglings, but I have to say that the siege tanks are probably doing as much damage to their Marine allies as they are to the Zerglings. Those Crucio shock cannon do a ton of splash damage, just a ton to those Marines, and now we have a huge flock of Mutalisks flying in there, taking a lot of hits from the missile turrets and forced back by the Marines. Looks like ThorZaIN is just happy with his composition still. He has not changed it up too much, trying to incorporate Thors, but they've been killed way too quickly. I don't think he has any more on the field, just going with Marines. He has 64 Marines on the field. He's feeling very confident about his ability to dodge banelings, and it looks like he did go back and take out that gold base. You can follow the action on the picture-in-picture that I missed. So many things going on at once in this game. More Mulas coming in, dealing tons of damage to Marines, killing them squad by squad, sniping down sea shanks, and there's actually a lot of larvae over here if DongRaeGu chooses to build with them. Those larvae are extremely tough, and once again being forced away by these Marines. But DongRaeGu understands that he doesn't need to win every single battle decisively. All he needs to do is chip away at ThorZaIN's army. He needs to kill 10 Marines here, he needs to kill 5 Marines here, a sea shank here, a sea shank there, and over time he will not allow ThorZaIN to build up that critical mass that is needed. But we got to drop over here, coming down at the southern base, Queen coming down here, but there are tons of Zerglings ready and willing to go in there and do a lot of damage. But with the Mutalisk, with the medevac healing up those Marines, and they are in a great position, limiting the surface area that those Zerglings can attack. All the Marines are in the red, but they are all still alive. We have Banelings getting... those Banelings were focused down. Great control by ThorZaIN, killing tons of drones, and drones versus Marines and medevacs are not going to work out. At the same time, we've Infestors laying down the fungal growth hurt on those Marines up here, and we got just more Mutalisks finally making it to the southern base. Finally able to clean up all those Marines, and some drones went down, not too many of them. That was a nice little cleanup and a good drop for ThorZaIN, but he is also going for another drop, this time 2 medevac full of Marines going into the base, realizing that's completely mined out, no drones to kill, going for the spawning pool. The spawning pool is going to go down before the Zerglings can arrive. A couple of Banelings getting in there and doing decent damage to the Marines, to the medevac, and the Infestors choosing not to fungal growth, realizing DongRaeGu realizing correctly that he only needed Mutalisks to do the damage that he needed to, and in fact able to use those Mutalisks and again to do some additional damage, harass this base, kill some missile turrets, and what an exciting game we have going down here now. Sea Shanks moving up, trying to set up a closer mech position, trying to get those Sea Shanks on the front line, and now Mutalisks getting in there, not bothering to magic box that Thor, realizing that they can do enough damage before the Thor is able to do enough damage back to them. Hopping in here, going to snipe down that other sea shank, and this gold base has been completely mined out for ThorZaIN, but he has already spent all of the minerals. He is producing, he's going into 3 upgrades for his Marines, and doing so much damage to the Mutalisks. All these Mutalisks that have been such all-stars all game are now into the red, they're into the yellow, and a decent pickup of Infestors, killing tons of SCVs, but it looks like DongRaeGu, he's not happy with the way this turned out. And he has decided to GG out of this game. He realizes, I think, that between all the drops, between all the Marines, between the upgrades, and the fact that his Muta Wing has now been destroyed, he does not have the resources to reproduce what he needs. He's getting dropped in the south, he's been getting dropped in the north, he's been getting dropped all over the place. Even these Infestors were not enough to do the damage he needed. He just could not deal with the play by ThorZaIN. Constant reinforcements, Terran player, Zerg and the Zerg with Marines. Great game. See you in Game 5.